Hello, this was while at the Nikon booth at the PhotoPlus convention for 2019. They had 4 or 5 models that were posing, and this was drawing most of the crowds for the Nikon booth. Actually, I had quite a lot of fun there. It was incredibly busy all 3 days. This is the side booth of the Fujifilm location, which was actually dead center at PhotoPlus. On the other side were a bunch of cameras you could play with, and there was a double-sided couch. This is the window where actually people were able to come up and give information for camera rentals. Actually, this was for dropping off or sensor cleaning, excuse me. The front was where you would give your information and pick the camera that you'd like to hit the streets with. Obviously, as you can see, Nikon was giving out free bags, not actually at their booth, but at the front there where you would get your tickets. So other than the bags, Fujifilm was really the only people that were giving out swag at the convention. Back here is Steve, who works at Edison, New Jersey. He's tech support. Really nice guy. Something interesting happened. I'll tell you in a second. I forgot to mention in my prior video. This is the front counter, and this is the front of the booth over here to the right. And this is before. It doesn't look busy here, but this is because this is before the event actually opened. And they were getting ready, and these are some of the free hats you can see here. There are pins and fans and all sorts of stuff. And over back here in the background is where a lot of the cameras were and some of the artwork. And so that's that. And of course, this is still a thing in 2019. There's actually a lot of people um, that were checking this out. Last time I saw one of these was working at Beach Photo and Video. I would still shoot film 8x10 or 4x5 if E6 Chrome were even remotely affordable. However, it's not. This is who I carpooled with every day. This guy with a beard here is the awesome Steve Skolsky. He's also tech support for Fujifilm. He has a pair of GFX 100s. So, as he famously says, he takes pictures of his GFX 100 with his other GFX 100. um, this is, I'll leave the name out. This is somebody that works at Fujifilm who is doing his dinosaur impression. Arr! You know, like you would do with a kid. So he saw me taking a picture of him with the GFX 100, and he did his Tyrannosaurus Rex impression for me. Oh my goodness. This is the line outside before the PhotoPlus convention opened, and it goes all the way to the back and around the corner to the right. And there were a lot of people lined up for the convention. Here's the super awesome Joe Edelman. He was, of course, giving a lecture and some stuff at the Olympus booth. And I think this is the general manager of Olympus USA. There's something sweet Joe Edelman did, and I actually like Joe Edelman, is that I was standing near the Fujifilm booth, and he came over here, came over to where I was, and we had a very sweet talk, very, very sweet talk, nothing serious at all. And this is God's honest truth. You could ask Joe Edelman if this is true or not, and he will say it is true. And I said, you know, Joe, I said, you know, I like you. I said, you're an awesome, cool cat. I said, Joe, can I give you a big old hug? And Joe says, yeah, of course you can. And and I gave him, we had a big old hug fest, me and Joe Edelman, because Joe Edelman is a cool cat. I've always liked Olympus, by the way. I've owned countless Olympus cameras. Um, Maybe one of these days here soon, if they'll send me one, I will give a very, very fair, non-affiliate link review of like Olympus's new flagship camera. I would like that. So if you can make it possible, Joe, let me have a review on that new flagship Olympus and a lens or two, since I have nothing to mount on it. But Joe was a sweet cat, and he came over out of his own free will and free time, and He's like, "Hey, brother, what's up?" I think that's the first thing he said. And we were just rapping and laughing for a few minutes. I said, "Joe, can I give you a big old hug?" And Joe said, "Oh, sure." So me and Joe had a Bro Cephas hug fest for, yeah. Yeah, he can confirm this for you. So I'm gonna put this as a screensaver, and someone's gonna report to Joe Edelman. And it's like someone's gonna say to Joe Edelman, "Hey, Ken Wheeler's got you on his screensaver for his thumbnail for his new video." So we love you, Joe, and it was nice meeting you and giving you a big old hug, because that was really important. Meeting you was not good enough. I had to give you a hug when I saw you. So awesome sauce. Thanks, Joe.